What's up, otakus? SuperOtaku here. I am just going on live to continue celebrating the summer of Supergirl because I've amassed quite a collection of Supergirl books. I think some of it was intentional, uh, but I've been really keen on this movie coming out, and I, I I personally feel um, doing Superman first and then following up with one of his family members, Kara, was a fantastic move. Um, because I, my heart is with the Superman story. Um, so as much Batman's great, Wonder Woman's wonderful too, but I mean, let's tell the Superman story. And I'm loving that they're layering the Superman story uh, in the cinematic. This is the second cinematic piece, and the third cinematic piece will also be a Superman movie. So the first three movies are related to the House of L, and I think I'm the only one that appreciates that. I'm hearing a lot of people complain about that, but to me, that um, no, that's the way it should be. And yeah, so I've amassed a lot of Supergirl books. So strap in, get your seatbelt on. Uh, take a bathroom break, do what you got to do, but strap in. We're about to get going. Um, yeah, I'm thinking. I think the majority of my Supergirl books are ready to be shown off. It took me a while to get all the books ready, but we have them right here. Um, And so I'm going to try to stay in chronological order, meaning show off the earlier books first and show off some of the bigger books or the modern books at the end. Um, but you'll see like overlap and things like that. Just giving you a heads up. This isn't it quite in chronological order, but I'm presenting it in sort of like the category of more cool to less cool and then finish strong with cool again. Okay. I'm hoping to show you that kind of it'll oscillate. All right, here we go. Give me a second here. All right, let me share my screen. Got the light on and everything. Okay, we got the lighting, we got everything going today. All right, so yeah, we're gonna start right here at Kara's first entry into comic books. That happened here on Action Comics 252. Now, I have this Silver Age Classics version from, kind of the 80s, like the mid 80s. Um, and I like this Copper Age version here. Um, but yesterday during the summer, I ran into this book. This one obviously is just a facsimile, but it does look better than this one. This one is just kind of void of color, though. I find like the really poppy colors there. This is sort of muted. But anyway, it's a comic book version of um, the reprint of it, the facsimile copy. So yeah, I've got two copies of this now in the collection. And yeah, we have this nice 10 center here. This is a key comic book because it's the first meeting between Superboy and Supergirl. And this is key because she was introduced as the younger of the relationship, right? meaning she came here as like everybody assumed Clark's younger cousin. Um, but in fact, she was older and she took care of Clark Kal-El. There was like a time displacement that happened. But anyway, this is kind of more along the lines of the relationship they should have had. Had things evolved on Krypton, for example, had they been spared all the space time rift stuff, um, yeah, she would have like chilled out with him, played games like this with him. Obviously, no, they couldn't play this game because they would have been under the red sun of Krypton. But point being, like maybe they came to Earth at some point and grew up there. That's what this would be. Um, anyway, a cool book. Yeah, I love my copy here. This is I picked this up at a shop for like under $2. But yeah, key Silver Age book there. Fantastic condition, date stamp and everything. I mean, I love this book. Love it, love it. All right. It is the summer of Supergirl, and I really want to emphasize this channel is focused on Supergirl, because again, we don't have very many opportunities to celebrate a character, and we had a great opportunity here with the movie and its performance to have a lot of people chiming in about Supergirl when they really don't understand who she is. You know, it's like I feel like you go into the movie like trying to figure out, okay, is this a character I can get behind or not? And all you got was this depressing story about this little girl who gets traumatized by losing her planet, and she is struggling to move on, and yet she does move on and helps this little girl out, and ends up thinking, okay, the superhero thing, maybe I should give that another go, and getting back on the horse, right? So it was a great movie, and again, I'm biased, so my channel is just going to be like party central, man. We get to celebrate her. I am going to celebrate her right to the very last day of summer, and then we'll maybe, you know, we'll just get ready for the summer again, because next summer she's coming back with Superman, and it'll be we'll be back in this rigmarole of pleading with people to give it a go, give Superman some support. All right, but yes, this is the iconic cover by Kurt Swan here. Welcome, Supergirl. Superman presents Supergirl to the world. Now you got to remember, she had come during the 10-cent period, and she still wasn't. People in the comic book didn't know who she was. She was just kind of serving in the background, kind of being Superman's helper. We don't want that. We don't want that. So finally, she comes out of the shadows, and people are like, oh, now we have a cute cousin of Superman. Her name is Kara, and her name, aka Supergirl. You know, so it's like that was kind of cool to see. Yeah. All right. We are moving right along. The summer's putting along. Here's an interesting Superman's super courtship. Yeah, this is a weird one. First off, Superman's kind of getting attracted to Supergirl, his younger cousin. It's like developing these confusing feelings for Supergirl. And so Supergirl kind of nips it in the bud and is like, here's an adult version of me. Her name is Luma Lanai, and life can go on. So that's kind of what happens here. Superman falls in love with a woman that reminds him of Supergirl. All right, and then we've got Action Comics 299. Oh man, look at that classic cover there. You get a really nice look at the design of Supergirl's costume here. Very classic look. You got the cape, you got the blue, all blue, um, the kind of one-piece design here. The yellow belt and the red boots. I mean, how classic does that look? Very, very chic. And then you got the little super baby having fun. Yes. Making it kind of breezy in there, huh? Clark, making it kind of breezy in there. Chill out, man. All right, we've got another classic cover here by Kurt Swan. World's Finest 169. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the Batgirl and Supergirl making fun of Batman and Superman. Very entertaining classic cover here. Love my copy here. Paid $26 for this, but at Russ's, fantastic deal. Fantastic deal. All right, let's see what else we got. We got the game board. Get to do this little game here, and then you finish. And here I am at last as the world's greatest heroine. Boom. Get the game version right there. Next, we've got Superman 212. 80-page giant. We're going to give you the best Super Baby stories with a Neil Adams Supergirl on the cover. Yeah. All right. More Neil Adams Supergirl. Another classic version by the great Neil Adams. Beautiful. This is actually inked by Neil Adams. Kurt Swan did the pencils, and Neil did the inks, and he kind of did a signature inking there with the centerpiece. That was very Neil Adams-esque. Supergirl there, beautiful. We got some Bob Oxner. We're kind of transitioning into some Bob Oxner goodness. Kind of giving you a little taste here with the Bob Oxner piece right there. I'm going to get more dive deeper into the weeds of that. Kind of we're getting out of order right now, getting out of the sequence. One thing I do want to show off before this stuff is some of our bigger books here. All right. We've got Action Comics 309. Supergirl just waiting for her turn to shake her cousin's hand. She's proud of him. She's there with all of Superman's buddies. And I want you to see the order. These are the people that are kind of in order of importance to Superman. You can kind of look at it that way, I guess. But yeah, you've got Obviously, Lois. He got himself. He's got Lois. I don't know why his boss would be there. I would imagine maybe he has a great relationship with his boss. Maybe he likes his boss as like a father figure or something. Maybe. But yeah, it's weird that Mr. Perry is ahead of his cousin. That doesn't seem right. So I guess you can look at it that way. But yeah, that's that. And I'm just gonna put this back in my bag. Just give me a second here. But yeah, that's. I don't think that's what Kurt Swan was intimating with the people in order kind of thing. So yeah, obviously Kara is going to be one of the most important people in that line. And I love the way, again, I'm saying it again, I love the way that they presented Superman's story. This is the first three movies are essentially Superman family related stories. And so I love that DC's establishing that as the foundation. That's the way it should be. All right, we've got more books to show off here. We've got The Wedding. Kara's getting married. Oh no. We just got to know her. What do you mean she's getting married? Yes, she's of age now. We have to ship her off with this guy. No, he's evil. Well, something will come about of this. Let's read the book. All right. We've got, oh no, Supergirl in tears. We don't like that. We don't like these covers. Supergirl in tears. Superboy in tears as well. What's going on? They lost something. They don't. They got kicked out. Why did they get kicked out? Why? I'm curious. All right. We've got the Superman imposter. Oh no, she just punched just a regular dude. Why did he wear the Superman costume? Now he's dead. Here we go. We've got Linda Danvers, child reporter. Poor Jimmy. I don't dare tell him why I got him fired, but I'll make it up to him in my secret identity as Supergirl. Psh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We've got Wonder Woman versus Supergirl. Some Irv Novick goodness. There you go. This is the first battle between Kara and Wonder Woman. And mind you, like this is like throwing down. They're not holding back punches here. They are fighting for sure. And this is what I want to kind of emphasize here. Obviously, the people that are going to be important in Clark's life, we have here, your best pals and gals, yes. And again, Perry's there. Again, I would imagine Perry's the father figure in all this. I haven't read too many of the Office politic comics, but gotta probably read more of those. And then you got the stinkers here. You got the villains. Mr. Mitzelpildick. That dude. You got to make him say his name backwards and he'll disappear. That was so annoying. Let's see what else we got. We got, continuing along now with some comic books. We got some adventure comics. Her choice is Chameleon Boy. Oh, is there something there? I'll get some additional Silver Age goodness here. Pull up that cover. We just picked this up. This is Adventure Comics. This is a Kurt Swan cover. This is also so Kurt Swan and Neil Adams do some collaborations together where Neil is inking Kurt Swan, and that's what you're getting here as well. You're getting Kurt Swan pencils, Neil Adams inks on this fantastic kind of homage cover, because there's a lot of, I shouldn't say there's a lot, there's a few covers out there where Superman is opening up the Fortress of Solitude. I kept saying Krypton on my last live feed. I do know the difference. It's, the thing here is built with Kryptonian technology, but it's a Fortress of Solitude. It's not Krypton. It's Earth. But yeah, they're the only ones that are able to open the Fortress of Solitude's gates with this big key. And again, this is kind of like an homage cover to the gate opening covers. But yeah, it's again Neil Adams. You're getting Neil Adams Supergirl here in the corner here. That I just found that out. I showed this book off yesterday without understanding that detail. But now that I understand that detail, yes, we're going to beautify this book. We're going to make her pop there. But it's a Neil Adams Supergirl. And Neil Adams doesn't have a lot of Supergirl. That's, I basically showed off earlier some of the Supergirl he did, but he doesn't have a whole host of Supergirl stuff. It's there though. I don't have a lot of it yet. There's more of it, and I got to find it and get it. But it's going to take a while. But unbeknownst to me, this was one of the ones that he did. So that's kind of cool. And it's like, again, it's this great homage of the moment. Cover here, the key opening homage, and that's pretty cool. Again, showcasing their relationship here is the only two that can lift and use this key, and now they're kind of having a landlord kind of situation here. Get out. Here we go. We've got Adventure Comics. Got a string of Adventure Comics here to show off. Gonna go in rapid order here. Bob Oxner goodness here. What's interesting about this run is as it got popularized, like bigger and bigger names took over. It's like eventually you got Len Wein doing stories. You've got you have Kurt Swan coming on to do some of the panels. You got who else? I'm just blanking on Kurt Schaffenberger doing comics panels on this adventure run. Pretty excellent representation there. You had Vince Coletta inking on some of these. Really cool stuff. And then of course he does Bob does go on to do the cover of this series here. Supergirl gets her own series. She's doing so well. So they just kept the momentum going, and man, this is a 10-part. This only made it 10 issues, but I want to collect all 10 issues. That is my summer Supergirl mission. Hey, what's up? Happy Sunday, Jens. All right. Yeah, that's my boy. Don't buy it if it's if it's $20, Tell me what the price is. I'm not gonna overpay for it, but if it's like $20, I'll buy it. If it's over $20, which I imagine it will be, if it's a hardback, kind of a giant art edition. Anyway, ping me. I'm sure you'll ping me before you buy it. We've got Superboy, 178. We got the Superboy Bat. This is also Neil Adams. And I shouldn't have this in here we're doing Supergirl. My apologies. I don't know how that comic snuck in there, but on with Supergirl. Yes, we have Superman Family, another Neil Adams cover, and she's right there with Crypto. Look at that. How cute is that? Her and Crypto. Great little ribbon homage there. Ribbon Neil Adams. So again, we don't have much Neil Adams, but it is there. I don't want to. Here's another example. Got Neil Adams cover here. There she is. Yeah. Got her. We get her boots there. We get her boots. We get her shorts. That's a nice cover right there. Neil Adams again. Classic Neil Adams. And then we move on to her volume 2, number 1. Rick Buckler giving us the honors here with I don't know, the boobs just look off. Rick could have done a little bit. I don't know if Giordano wanted to embarrass Rick or what, but the let's just say the biology, the anatomy of Supergirl just looks off. All right. Continuing on here, we have some Ross Andrew goodness. Supergirl kind of in the dark, but there's a flash of light there, illuminating her face. All right, and this is where we are going to pivot again. Give me just a moment here. Yeah, this is where we're going to pivot again and present Okay, yeah. Thanks for bearing with me. We're going to continue. Now we're transitioning into a really critical moment in the history of this character. And she's one of the martyrs of Crisis on Infinite Earths. She sacrifices herself to prevent one of the kind of potential destructions of the timelines. And she dies doing it. And then they reset the timeline, the entire DC timeline along like an integrated, timeline on one path together. And it's a big moment in DC. Very creative and critical moment too. But you had really good people. You had really good talent navigating that. And man, the world they built, that is your modern DC right now. That's what we're celebrating when we go out and watch these movies, right? We want these movies to represent the comics as best they can because you've got great stuff here. But yeah, this is a tragic cover here, so beautifully captured by George Perez. And yeah, I am fortunate to have this double signed by George Perez and Marv Wolfman, the two guys who brought this comic book and some of the most memorable series in DC. These two worked on a lot of projects together. So yeah, incredible. And I just want to give you sort of like a better angle of maybe just give you this kind of view because it focuses the attention on Kara more and just she's dead there, right? Her body is lifeless, and gives you just some added appreciation on the artwork here and the emotion. So fantastic cover there. Then we got this one. This one is signed by another great 90s Supergirl artist. That is Jackson Butch Geiss. We got a Jackson Geiss cover here. One of 5,000 copies there. We picked this up for $1. Holla, $1, man. That's insane. Getting a signed book for $1. It does have a little bit like staple stress lines there and whatnot. But who cares, man? Comic book history right there. A little bit of comic book history. And continuing on, look at this. We got some beautiful, I made my thumbnail with this just because Adam, again, just captures a fun, beautiful version of Kara. And I love this cover. It's just cool. Rebirth, it's like it's got all the makings of the iconic Supergirl cover here. And yeah, she could have been standing in the DC Bullet logo. That's probably the only adjustment I would make it at the Bullet logo. But other than that, fantastic, perfect execution there by Adam. Adam, we're hoping for the best results for you, health wise. Keep fighting. We're sending you our good thoughts, and hope you're back with us. A lot of books you have to sign for us, please. So please get better. We are now moving into what I call the Twilight portion of the Flex. We just showed off that fantastic Supergirl cover wall. Here's a sort of an homage to that by Alex Ross, another legendary artist here, DC artist. We're going to flip this around. I don't know, that Supergirl pose, I don't know how I'm feeling about that. It's just a little like she still looks alive in that shot. Maybe she's alive and in the process of dying, but it's I think it does look better that way. All right, Alex Ross giving us some classic Crisis on Infinite Earths vibes. What an incredible cover. No better way to homage someone than by assigning Alex Ross to that homage. All right. We're going to transition now into I know I showed off a lot of books, And but there's a particular work that's very near and dear to my heart, and I think it's my favorite. Uh, it's my favorite Supergirl cover. So we're gonna work toward it. It'll be the Book of the Flex, because again, it's my favorite Supergirl book. Um, I am hoping to get this in a signed copy, but those can be kind of expensive right now. So, but anyway, we're working toward it. But I've got some really awesome stuff here to show off by one of the artists we want to feature. But yeah, we're going to transition now into sort of the modern artist phase. We have some fantastic modern depictions here. Art Germ. That's a beautiful, beautiful cover right there. Here's another one. Yeah, beautiful. These Art Germ covers are pretty freaking dope. This is an absolute favorite of mine in the collection, and very very ideal for the summer of Supergirl promotions. So I think I'll be as we get going in the summer. This will be the official Summer of Supergirl thumbnail. So look out for those videos as we create content for it. We have Michael Turner on the scene. Again, this Batman Superman run, Jeff Loeb, Michael Turner run, is one of my favorite comic books of all time. And it's just because, you know, Michael Turner is a genius. His art, his sequential storytelling is on another level, man. On another level. And I think most artists will agree with that statement. Like, this dude was an artist. And just an underrated dollar book. But man, that is a must-have in my opinion. Really, the comic book art. Hell yes. All right. And then we've got covers like this. Oh, yes. Michael Turner, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just giving us this incredible Kara Zor-El. The light is right in her crotch. Why am I doing that? All right. We've got Supergirl here. Another great summer look there. Will this be in the next movie? Damn well, sure feels like it. Should be seeing that. I've got two more pieces left to show off, and they're both by Michael Turner. Again, one is the one. These are two of my favorite things in my collection. I'm not shy about that. But we have, this is a flex right here. This is one of less than 300. Okay. This is one of less than 300. They they printed 300 of these with a specific, blank of 300, and they're on the interior. They're interior pieces of the book. But what you'll notice is, after a specific number, I don't think he signed all 300. I think he didn't have an opportunity to sign all 300. So you see some random books out there with like blank of 300, no signature, no numbering or anything. So I don't quite know what to make of that. I'm assuming they printed 300 of that, but there were some that weren't signed. So again, we don't know if there's less than 300. But I have one of this hand signed, and it's a print that he hand signs that's on the interior of this first page. Mine is like one of, I don't know, it's like 300 or something. I don't know. It's 160 something of 300. I have to look at the numbering again, but it's the Wizard Michael Turner Millennium Edition. It features a lot of Michael Turner comic book art, a lot of covers. But what I just want to point out is on just, obviously a tribute edition, the fact that Kara is there front and center, right? Basically that's a great cover. This is a Kara cover, and Michael Turner needs to get a lot of love and recognition for his rendering of the character. His rendering of the character is badass. She's this like skinny supermodel that just kicks ass. Yeah, say what you will, but this character, and so this is my favorite Michael Turner piece. Michael Turner did a lot of, and one could argue, no, Michael Turner's best piece is the one where she's behind the cape, a celestial cover kind of piece, bright oranges, yellows, but she's kind of hiding behind her cape. That's a great cover. I'm not going to deny that's a great cover, but no, this right here is his best work on Supergirl. Okay, there's no argument to be made there. This is his signature Kara cover. I don't want to hear anybody say different. Just look at it and say it. Yeah, it's just perfection here. It's like a Gustav Klimt cover. It's serious. It's got Gustav Klimt vibes. It's like super Gustav Klimt vibes. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. She's mesmerizing us with her eyes. That's like her power. She can mesmerize you. Yeah, that's really our top book, my favorite book in my entire Supergirl collection. But you saw a lot of great books here. But there is one book, hang on, there is one book I didn't introduce yet. Why didn't I do that? All right, let me pull it out. Hang on. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Well, I wanted to show off one more book, or I thought I had. Oh, I know where it is. No. It's in here. All right, it is somewhere. I just can't find it. Got so many books lying around. It's just sometimes hard to track stuff like that. So I will spare you the brain fart here and get you on your way. Thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, we'll be back with again more summer of Supergirl stuff. I did a haul video yesterday, and I really wanted to show off my Supergirl Volume 1, Issue 1, which we picked up. That's the one I'm having trouble spotting out right now. I thought I had prepared it. I don't think I did. But yeah, I wanted to show that one off for sure. But you can watch it in the haul video. Again, there's only been 2 videos thus far for the Summer of Supergirl. I'm going to create a playlist. And yeah, I'm gonna be able to share content that both I make, others make, particularly my partner in crime, Collector Brain. Go give his channel a follow, please. If you follow me, you got to be following him. Otherwise, you're not going to get that crossover action. Because I hand off books to him and then he works on them and then he hands them back to me and then we celebrate together. Really good stuff. So don't want to be missing that. But yeah, please, if you like this stuff, feel free to follow, comment, share, like, and describe, or whatever you guys do with the social media content. Do it. Get me out there in the stratosphere. Promote my channel, please. All right. We'll see you next time. Peace.